Okay, the ending doesn't tell the full story, but today.
No. What intro is that?
Okay, what did they do you now? The ending doesn't tell the full story of the game. Because there was 2 hours of delay.
Who dominated the first half?
You know even hear what I want to talk.
No. The ending of the game showed the story of the game. We dominated the match. The ending of the game showed that.
I want to say 2 hours of delay did the match. Who they? What did they talk?
Then phrase it properly. Don't phrase it in that manner. How you phrase it like that?
The ending of the game doesn't tell the full story of the game.
You made you phrase.
Yes.
Phrase like,
yes.
Oh,
yes.
They deserve
the ending of the game doesn't tell the full story of the game.
Please excuse me.
Phrase for me.
A message to all my Brazilian, because there were a lot of Brazilian people chattering, talking, doing all that mess, and all my Portuguese fans out there. Esterase nosta. Esterase nosta. You know what that means?
What does it mean, sir?
This cup is ours. You see this cup? This cup is ours.
We will good no agree and I play the
cup. You see?
Amadioha nice stop on her for this match.
The way I tried to cheat. FIFA tried to cheat and they still could not stop the. In fact, Gutso tried to hold us. All our French players today tried to hold Chelsea back, but even they could not stop the greatness of Chelsea. What a club! What a club! I'm happy to be part of it. I'm happy to witness this day. And you saw the biased nature of that referee. That referee needs to be investigated. I was asking whether that referee was the same referee that was having beef with Real Madrid during their season, because he was so emotional out there on the field. So emotional. Giving yellow cards for silly things because players are expressing their emotion in an emotional moment.
So it wasn't a pen.
The pen, how is that a pen? Even though Gutso is very, very stupid, and he's done this thing 3 times in this tournament, did it twice against Flamingo. That's how they scored. You jump, you misjudge the height of the ball, you jump back down, and you're in a dangerous situation, dangerous position, because you don't know who is behind you. You don't know. So if you see that ball going, if you know you cannot get it, why don't you just wait? Or judge it properly, move back until you feel contact and you know, okay, there's a man behind me. Why do I know more defending than somebody that's collecting how much a week to defend? Gutso has let us down over and over again, and it's enough. How can we bring you into the game to close out the game and you're the reason the opposition score? Does it make sense? No, tell me, does it make sense?
Actually, injures.
He's sleeping. The ball's in the middle, he was sleeping. Ukoko, forget this goal that he scored. Ukoko did nothing in this game. But he's still making silly mistakes as well. Anytime he's under the spotlight, the boy is so nervous. We need to sell all these French boys. Yes, I've come to a conclusion. We need to do a whole dissection of our team with the French government. We need to sell all of them.
It's not a French thing. It's not a French thing.
We need to sell all of them. From Fofana, who cannot stay fit, to Badiashile, to Disasi, to Gutso, to Nkuku. Sell all of them. Yes. Sell all of them.
C'est la vie. Meanwhile, like I was talking about, the 2-hour plus delay in the game. Somehow. I don't know. Who do you think it was supposed to favor? And coming back, why do you think was there a lapse in concentration? Because Ona been dominate actually, like for the entirety of the game before that thing happened. Ona pressed them, pushed them back and everything. But it's like when they came back for that, we saw 2 different teams.
Well, your question was already answered. You said who was he meant to favor? He favored who he was meant to favor.
Why did he favor them more?
Because they have nothing to lose. They were down, and God gave them an hour and 30 minutes to recuperate, to recover, to rise morale. At the 85th minute, the game is already ended. So their morale is low. Their energy is low. Everything is low. They came into the field energetic, motivated. You saw how passionate and animatic their manager was, even on the sideline. So he probably told them something in the locker room and said, hey, God might have given you another chance. Let's go. Let's take them by the scruff of their neck. They're not ready for this. And they showed that the way they entered the field. They were first to all the balls, first to all the challenges, pulling us.
So who do you blame now for the Chelsea team not being prepared for that? And taking advantage of the time their own way?
You naturally blame the players, but at the same time, I told you something like this. This is high-level football. Although The facts, yes, both teams are in the same scenario. But you cannot, I told you, Chelsea dominated the first half, Chelsea dominated the second half. So we're definitely doing more than them offensively. So we're probably doing more running. So at the same time, if we now go into the locker room and our 30 minutes, your body comes out cold. So you're not coming out with the same intensity. You're not coming out with the same closing down of pace. And they also made more substitutions than us before that long this thing. They made more substitutions than us. They probably had fresher legs. They probably had players that were more in tune. We had tired, exhausted legs out there despite the hour 30 minutes. Despite the hour 30 minutes, we were tired, exhausted. Kopama was still out there. Neto was still out there. Caicedo was still out there. So it favored them, but that is when great teams step up. When things are not to your favor, you find a way to win. And this will motivate the boys going into the season. Even when you're not playing well, you find a way to win. And that is what we did today. So well done to the boys. Well done.
Without the red card, do you think you still get the win in like extra time without penalties?
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I honestly do. Because after that penalty they gave them, our players were very lethargic. Thank you very much. But there was just somewhat of a, okay, let's go and score. Okay, let's go and score. Let's go and score.
After they scored, the Chelsea before the long break now came back.
I feel like after they scored, I don't even know. I felt that we're moving. I had a little faith because of the players that were on the field. I didn't believe that we had high quality players that could do what they needed to do, and the high quality players were tired. Neto was tired. Kopama was tired. I don't trust Nkuku. I don't trust Guto. I don't trust Dewsbury Hall. You can't blame me for that. No Chelsea player can look at me in the eye and tell me that they trust those players. I don't. But that was our attacking lineup. And also Chalobah. Chalobah is safer defensively, but building the ball up, he's very slow. It takes him time to make decisions. That's why I say he's not, in my opinion, a Chelsea level player. But he's somewhat effective. But I didn't have confidence on the field of play of those boys, thinking that they will find a creative way to get another goal. But the red card helped us, I will not lie. And they did. They did find a way to break down the defense and find that goal. So well done to the boys again. Well done.
And that was the man of the match.
My man of the match has to be either Cucurella, Colwill, or Palmer. You can choose one. Cucurella, Colwill, or Palmer. Because I felt Kopama definitely drove the team in the second half, looking for spaces. Delap had a terrible game today. Let me just say that. Delap had a very, very terrible game. He did not look sharp. He did not look focused. He looked like he was very, very leggy. He looked a bit... I told Michele when we were watching the game, I said, Delap, I think he's ill. I don't think he's feeling too well. Because his touches were just getting off him. I'm like, what is going on, bro? What is going on? So my man of the match can either be Colwill, because I thought he showed beautiful leadership today. He led the defensive line, showing why he was highly rated from Brighton and why we stuck with him. Cucurella always puts on an outstanding performance. Caicedo is always a regular. But I'll give my third one to Cole Palmer, because Cole Palmer definitely ended the game well and ended it like a top superstar that he is. So I'm so happy.
Fanato.
What did I say again? Let me look at my Google Translate. I forgot it. I've forgotten how to say it. Oh yeah. The cup is ours. What is that in Portuguese? The cup is ours. What is it? O copo é nosso. O copo é nosso.
Thanks for watching. Right here, another one of our videos where you're supposed to like, and all our social media links. I mean, follow us on every platform because we get content for everybody.